Happy Friday, y'all. Happy Friday, Kevin. So I'm Adrian. Apparently we need a new intro because you're the new co-host.
Yeah, my last name ain't Fisher.
Yeah. And you look a little bit different than that guy too. But
older, wiser.
I believe the wiser part. So anyways, Mike is working back in the booth. For those of you who haven't been watching in the past couple weeks, have Kevin with us now, filling in, or well, I guess should say taking over.
I just got my little niche over here on the side.
Yeah.
I'm not sure which side, but
yeah. So I'd like to say welcome aboard.
Thank you very
co-host.
much. Thank you very much.
Yeah, I think it's going to be a good fit. And Mike will be able to hear all Mike's smart-ass comments over the earpiece.
Well, yeah, I'm used to hearing that too.
Yeah.
It's a day-long thing. So for those of you who don't know, my name's Kevin Baker, and I'm from Brood, right around the corner. Not from Brood, but I hang out there a lot. But glad to be here, everybody.
He runs the place, keeps it in top shape.
Yep, try to.
That's right.
Serve some good coffee.
Yeah, so tonight's show is going to be kind of impromptu, and we got Mr. G and Bobby Lee over here. Mr. G's a special guest that comes in once in a while and helps out. It's always good to have him aboard.
Thanks. It's always good to be here.
Yeah. So how you guys doing tonight?
We're doing good, brother.
Yeah.
Splendid, absolutely.
Awesome. It's Friday.
We're not doing as good as you guys are over there, with your drinks and all.
Yeah, well, you need some more liquid refreshments.
We're just over here in the desert, playing guitar.
I'll try and
dry.
Yeah.
I'll try and blow my burps over there so you can smell it.
Thank you. That's really humanitarian.
Yeah, I'm always doing the Lord's work and giving. It's in my nature.
Oh, and I can feel the Lord in it. Yes,
We'll call you Wyatt Burp.
Yeah, Wyatt Burp,
Burp.
along
Oh,
with
there
Wyatt
he
Herp.
is.
Yeah.
Oh, I heard about that. Yeah, actually, yes.
Yeah, the show that must not be named.
Oops.
Yeah, that's one of our other shows. It's a little bit more blue than this one.
Blues.
Yeah. So you guys want to play some music? Take us in?
Yeah, let's get her going, man. We're gonna do a piece that Mr. G has written.
Beneath the Willows. I used to play it when I was just laying on my back out in front in our backyard under this big willow tree, and my mom used to love it. She'd be noodling around with her flower beds, and I just play the song over and over. Oh yeah, so I guess it's a tribute to the Divine Mother for Mother's Day coming up, and that's a reminder for anyone who forgot. Okay, so see if I remember parts of it.
Let's try.
I would just lay there and do this. work.
Thank you, guys.
Thanks for dancing. Bobby, I throw in this stuff at him like yesterday or the day before, so it was great. Thank you.
He keeps up okay?
Oh, let's try.
Yeah.
Picking and grinning.
Picking and a grinning.
Sweet.
So I want to throw out a plug. Ovie Munteen is a good friend of the show.
Yes,
he
he
was supposed to come in tonight. I assume he got pretty busy. You know, they're doing their big show tomorrow
Yeah.
and,
that's right. Oh, yeah.
at the Embassy Hotel. It's for Northwest Battle Buddies. Tomorrow, well, I guess tomorrow, May 2nd
Yeah.
at Embassy Suites. All proceeds benefiting Northwest Battle Buddies, which does service dogs for veterans. They're for disabled or PTSD veterans.
Mm-hmm.
It goes for a really good cause. It's they got a lot of guest singers and speakers. To be honest, I don't know all the details. You know, I don't know what's on the menu. I
The doors
probably
open
should.
at 6 over there for anybody that wants to go.
Yeah.
It's going to be It's going to be a lot of fun.
Yeah.
We're going to have a blast.
Where is the location? I missed that.
At the
Embassy Suites by
Hotel.
the airport, I believe.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, so I just wanted to throw that out for Ovie, and thanks for being part of the show. Sorry you couldn't be here tonight, but nonetheless, I'm sure he's here in spirit.
Right on.
Yeah. So kind of an interesting week with all the Baltimore stuff going on.
Sure is.
Yeah.
I find out my news from you here, so
Oh.
tell me.
My hero is the mother who saw
Oh,
her
yes.
son on TV.
Oh, that was the best thing ever.
Oh, they interviewed the kid today. Did you hear that?
What's that?
They interviewed the kid who
No.
she saw, and he says, "Yeah, it's my mom. Yeah, she just loves me, and she, I was being bad, and he copped right up to it. He didn't even try to get out of it because she was standing right over there. And says, "Don't you even lie."
So how old was this kid?
Oh, he was like 16.
Yeah, God, how embarrassing! Yeah, going
Oh,
back
no
to school
kidding.
after that, seeing
No
all the kids laughing at you, getting your butt whooped by mom out in the street.
Did you see the cartoon caption in the paper in the opinion state?
Uh-uh.
Yeah, it said, "Should we bring out the military? No, just go get everybody's moms." You know,
Oh, bring out the
There you
mom.
go.
that was the best thing ever. Nuh-uh, you ain't doing that.
Yeah.
You can be the baddest man in the world. You won't mess with your mama.
That's right.
She will tear you up.
Now, isn't it funny? The kid was dressed in black, had a hood on, and she still recognized her son and went out there and grabbed him out of that crowd.
Yeah, how do you pick them out? I mean, they're all wearing hoods, all running around there doing things ain't
Because
supposed
she
to.
washed
Mama's-
that yesterday. That's why.
Mamas know.
She knew, man. She knew.
Yeah, that was the best thing.
Yeah, I'm all for protest, but man, if you have to burn down your own neighborhood to make your point, you're not really doing a good job.
Well,
there are
you're
consequences.
kicking your own tail if you do.
Yeah.
You're hurting your own brethren, so to speak. You know?
Proving the wrong point.
It is.
You know, I guess there shouldn't be any, burnings or looting, stuff like that, but if I was mad enough at the government or the cops, to go out and do that stuff, why aren't you burning down the cop station? At least the ones you're mad at, that makes no sense to me. It's like, I'm mad at the cops, so I'm going to go rob a liquor store. Like,
Yeah.
what point does that make?
I'm going to go from point A to point B, and I'm going to burn everything in sight.
Yeah,
Sorry, Mom.
yeah.
Stop.
Just punishing a bunch of business owners that happen to want to be in your own neighborhood.
There it
That's
is.
terrible.
Yeah.
What I don't understand, and I understand free protest and everything, make your point, but why is everybody wearing hoods, covering their face, like, black hoods over, or masks?
Yeah, like you're up to no good.
Yeah, and it's to me, it's no difference than 50 guys showing up with white hoods on.
Yeah.
It's wrong. It shouldn't be done. If you got something to say, my name is Kevin, and I'm saying this.
Yeah,
You don't put a mask on and say, "Down with you."
yeah,
It's just irritating me.
yeah. Yeah, I had a point I was going to make, and it got
Oh, I'm
lost.
sorry.
No.
Yeah.
I was lost in your words.
Oh, those damn hoods were bugging me. I had to say something about it.
Yeah. Go burn down a courthouse, man.
Just be careful here.
I'm not actually advising people to go burn down a courthouse. I'm just saying, at least direct your
Homeland
anger.
Security, you know what I mean?
Go out and crusade in a good way. If you don't like the politicians or the answers you get, vote them out. Vote in some new blood in there.
Exactly.
Yeah. There's better ways to make your case.
In America, we're in a drought. Stop burning stuff. You burn it, we got to put it out with water. I want to drink some water next year. Please stop using it for
I
putting
never
it out.
I never really thought of that point. That's a
Yeah.
good point.
It's probably why they're not riding in California. Save the water.
Yeah. So I want to throw out our number. We're still a live call-in show. Filmed, as I was told to point out, in front of a live studio audience. So the phone number is right down here. It's constantly changing, but 360-693-7544. Call in with your topics. You want to talk riot talk or protest talk, Baltimore talk, whatever you want. We got it.
Love.
Yes. So what's your opinion on all this, Bobby?
Oh, I think you guys are nailing what I think of it. I think taking a violent approach to anything is the measure of a weak person. If violence is your only way to connect with what you're trying to get across to somebody, then violence is the only thing you're going to get in return, man. I mean, you're not going to get a solution. You're just going to get more violence.
Yeah.
And it's like if these kids go out and they attack everything, the police are coming and they're going to do what they got to do to them, which makes it even worse. And it's like, that's what needs to stop. You know what I think? I can't even believe I'm saying this, but this whole camera thing that's going on that we were talking about a little bit earlier upstairs, people aren't, crime the way that it's went on is pretty much over. I mean, if a TV camera isn't shooting you, my phone on my camera on my phone is doing it.
Yeah.
And everybody else's is.
Yeah.
And you know what? If cops are doing things that they shouldn't be doing, I got news for you. That's about over too.
Yeah.
You know what? I think police officers should have cameras on them, not so they can show their shortcomings, but to tell the whole story.
Oh yeah. Yeah. It's
So
a CYA
when
policy.
he has to accost somebody because they're being belligerent or something, it's on camera, buddy. It's
Yeah.
being recorded.
Yeah.
There you go. There it is.
And to me, it's the same old logic the government always uses against us. Well, if you have nothing to hide, you have nothing to fear. Hey, if the cop's up to no good, this could end up saving you. Some guy claims police brutality. It's like, well, here I am. All I did was handcuff him, and somehow he says I broke his wrist. The proof's right there.
There it is.
Yeah, it protects both of them. And, to be fair, I think they have a right to be pissed. I think the cops, did a number on that guy.
I think they did.
I don't think, that whole, he hurt himself in the back of the van. It's like you'd have to try pretty hard when you're handcuffed to break your own spine and die from it.
No kidding.
I don't buy that. I think
I'm
the
with
cops
you.
are probably guilty. Granted, I haven't seen all the evidence. I'd like to see it all. But, what I've seen so far definitely leads me to believe those injuries aren't self-inflicted.
Well, I don't know what's going on with the police, with the mentality of police officers. Maybe it's always went on, and maybe we're just now, taking pictures of it, But it seems as it's this police thing. It bothers me that people who take the law so seriously use it so frivolously, and that's what's showing up. And police officers, I think, should be the one group of people that you never see a shortcoming in the law happening, okay? And you do.
Well,
And I hope that this technology that's we're being bombarded with does something good here,
Yeah.
okay? I would love to see that.
I think the police have always, I wouldn't say pick and choose, but some of them are a little harder than others. I think they've always had that, I can do this because I'm a police officer. Look at Jimmy Rogers getting beat up on the highway back was the 50s.
Right.
So they didn't care whether you were famous or not. They were beating up on you.
Right.
It happens all the time. And I think the cameras are going to show, yeah, we've got some bad cops, but we've got a lot of good cops also. And I mean police officers that are out there putting their life on the line all the time. So when they come off of those strong, well, they're protecting themselves.
Right.
I'm not condoning the fact that that kid got probably brutally beat up and that's why he died. There's things happen. People get beat up all the time. It'll start showing more and more and more. Like you said, the camera's going to show. People are going to see more of it, and there'll be more protests and more of this whole standing up against the thing. Police state
if they cause the problem, they got the solution. So we can't fall into that. You got to stay
We
peaceful.
can't.
No, because they're trying to. It's like a bully. He's trying to get you to push back,
That's
push
right.
back, so I can beat you up.
Right.
If you kill him with kindness, he can beat you up.
It's hard to do that, isn't it?
It is hard to do that.
It is.
Yep, they're pushing violence on us, and we can't fall for
Yeah.
it.
Yeah, to me, the easiest solution is like Bobby said, just the body cams. You know.
It's a great idea.
Yeah, when you know you're getting filmed, your behavior is going to be a little bit.
Look at the difference on the dash cams.
Well, you know what? Here's
Oh,
another
yeah.
here's another shot for you. You know, let's take those cops who are a little bit rougher. That camera is going to put them in their place. They're going to have to find a new way.
Yep.
Okay, and that old push you around thing, it's just not going to work because as soon as they get to court with it, there's going to be battles that they won't win. Okay,
Yeah, man. Policemen are losing their jobs all the time over it.
yeah.
Yeah.
You know, so it'd be nice if they could just change the ways and be a peaceful society rather than have to, you know, push the will on everybody.
Yeah, you know, and I got to admit, I wouldn't be good at that job. You know, if, I mean,
no.
if I was out there, you know, going and, you know, I mean, they're dealing with the worst of society on a
Yep.
daily basis.
They are.
They
You
really
know,
are.
like, oh, this guy got to go break up the fight between the man and his wife, you know, or beating his kids, or you know, my neighbor's dogs drive me nuts, all that kind of stuff. You're just dealing with negativity your whole day, so I don't blame them, I guess. Well, I kind of do. I mean,
I do.
You don't act up, but man, I can understand. I guess
It's
is
a
what
tough
I'm saying.
position. to be in.
We hold police officers to a higher standard.
And you've got
Okay,
to.
and that higher
yeah.
standard, part of that is your demeanor.
Yeah.
Okay, no matter what you deal with, you have to come out of each one, wipe it off
Yeah.
and go to the next one.
Well, I'd like to be a police officer. You go to someone's
I
house,
would.
domestic violence. You got a man and a wife, right? And then they're fighting. So you go to arrest the husband because he's punched her, and she starts punching on you.
Yeah.
You know that's just flip, flip.
Yeah.
Oh no, you're not.
Somebody's going to jail over there tonight. For sure. So, there you go.
Okay, we got a message from the booth. Please repeat. Hello.
Repeat.
Please repeat your statement. Something about they want to know about what we think of the other riots in the other cities like Portland, Seattle. Just give a thumbs up if that's correct. Okay, I've been in here pretty much all afternoon, and I don't know much about the ones that have been going on in Portland or Seattle.
I was watching the Portland. They got pushed back. The police let them go from the 6th to the 5th, and so as the police are pulling back, they're throwing chairs and coming at them with sticks, you know, and the police were spraying them to keep them back away from them a little bit.
Is this what
So I don't know where it went, but they were getting rowdy down there. And it wasn't. Let me put this. It wasn't the original protesters. It was like splinter groups.
Oh,
So you got the original protesters. They did exactly what they said. We're going to go from here to here, from this time to this time, and then a bunch of radicals went off and was causing problems.
yeah.
So
And it seems like there's always that element there that's always just there, like, oh, hey, there's going to be a big gathering. Let's go break some windows. That's all they're there for.
Yeah.
They don't really have a cause. Just let's stir some anarchy, sow some chaos.
I wonder if people bus in from the bad cities, you know, like Salt Lake City or something, come down to cause problems in Portland.
Bad
You know, the bad city, the tough ones, you know. Yeah, I'm from the south side of Salt Lake City, you know. I don't know why I'm picking on Salt Lake City. I've never been there, so. All right, I apologize, Salt Lake City.
I'm sure there's a lot of them watching.
Yeah, I just got down here from Immanclaw. I'm gonna cause some problems, throw some rocks.
Maybe we should just take all those bad people when we catch them, just put them on their own island. Go all futuristic.
There
You know,
you
they
go.
always
There you go.
they always got the prison colony on an island. Just drop on food every once a year and let them fend for themselves.
Yeah, what brought you here? Oh, I was in a riot.
Yeah.
You know, protesting downtown Portland. They threw me on the island.
Government island right over there. No freeway access. Or just slow down.
Oh, we got our own
Crossing
islands
off.
right here. We don't have to go away.
Yeah. Not a hot camping spot anymore, man.
The Australia of the Northwest.
Yeah.
Prisoner Island.
Yeah.
Maybe they'll get their own.
Well, I mean,
dialect.
hey, who's laughing now? They're the only country that's its own entire continent now.
Yeah, true.
You know? Yeah.
That's true.
Well, I mean, yeah, it's full of like 8 of the 10 deadliest snakes and all that kind of stuff. But hey, who's counting? You know?
They got a couple miles of really good beach though, so
Yeah.
forget about the.
Yeah, it makes up for it.
Yeah, it does make up for it. I'm gonna go home and watch Shrimp on the Barbie now.
So what else is going on, guys?
Oh, not much. You want to showcase some of your abilities again, Michael?
Let's do it.
What's that? Like play or talk?
Yeah.
Oh, well, both, I guess.
We need
Sing.
both of you pick, at least one of you agree, and we'll be happy.
Okay, do you want a little, should I give a guitar lesson or should I play?
That's a
Sure.
great idea. That's a great idea.
Yeah, that is a good idea.
A guitar lesson?
Yeah.
Yes.
All right. I can do that. 3 minutes, 2 minutes, minute and a half.
Who's the lesson for? Home
All
audience?
right, home audience. Is there a camera?
Hey,
Yeah,
how
I
come
know.
we haven't had no calls? It's like they should have the guitar in their hands, calling them, say, okay,
Yeah.
now what's a G?
That's right.
I went over
That's the
this
key
on
to
the
the
bartending show for those who watched it. Yeah, it's annoying when people don't call. I won't go into the whole sermon I did that night, but yeah.
To avoid the sermon, please call. We need a caller. I'm sitting in the back row. The door's right there. I'm out the door. Call us.
Yeah, call in. Oh, well, actually, we should have a phone number at the bottom, 360-693-7544. If anyone wants to, call in, ask Mr. G a guitar question.
Yeah, sure.
So what lesson you got for us?
All right. I call this fretboard yoga. All right. And it's so that you'll bring that approach. Where's the camera? Is that where I'm supposed to look? Head. Because yoga, you couple breath with movement, stay very focused. Everything is very deliberate. Every move is very intentional, very present. So you'll bring that approach to this. So in the beginning, just move. We'll take finger 1 and finger 2, put it on string 1, right up against the fret. I just call that being in perfect placement. And so if you're a beginner, just move your finger 1 up to string 2 and fret 2, and then move your second finger up. And just slowly walk up like this. All right?
You're letting your fingers do the walking.
That's right. That's exactly
Nice,
what you're doing.
nice.
For those who had dial and rotary phones in their home, that made sense.
I remember those.
Remember the big cord? That was so cool when we got the big cord. You could then wear a path in your lino to the front door, wherever the refrigerator and sink was. You could, yeah. So just walk all the way up, and then the finger that leads comes all the way back. And your jobs are to breathe while you do this, and then check in and lighten your touch. Just tell yourself to lighten your touch. It makes the whole arm apparatus relax. Now, if you've been playing a while, keep the fingers that aren't walking planted on string 1 and start picking it. So you do this, right? So you get finger 1 and finger 2, nice and slow. And it gives you a stretch that will be needed for all the chords that you'll be learning. And there's lots of combinations. Once you do that, and you're doing these in pairs, so these two walk up and these two walk up, if you're a little more advanced, stagger them. This will help you with scales and arpeggios too. And then do 3 fingers. And if you're already playing and you're pretty advanced, put an empty fret in between, like this, and this will really help your stretch. See that? What's happening? Okay. So the beginners, just 2 fingers at a time by themselves. A little more advanced, keep the fingers down that aren't walking. Yeah, that's right. And then if you're a little more advanced, do 3 fingers and all the combinations of 3 fingers that you can think of. And then when you're a little more advanced, put an empty fret in between. And that'll help you with, your playing, right? Okay? That was a lesson.
Excellent.
You're welcome.
Every once in a while, I'll pick up my girlfriend's guitar and start tinkering with it, and that really kills my fingertips.
It
And then I
doesn't
put
take
it
long.
away and say,
Just tell
"I'm
yourself to lighten up and drink more water. And,
done." Water.
yeah, you won't be dehydrated.
There's water and beer.
Yeah, well, that's how I get it.
That might have been the first applause after a lesson I gave that I've ever had. Not sure how I feel about that.
So
but thank
beer
you.
comes after.
Well,
we
now
playing?
yeah, play a little song since you taught us how to stretch.
Now that I'm warmed up.
Yeah.
What do you want to play?
I don't know, but let's
Something of yours? Or just jam?
jam.
All right. I have to see your hands.
All right.
Okay. really sure what we were doing.
That's totally G. I picked it up G, yeah.
We'll have to do something with that. I'll figure out.
Yeah, I was thinking, and the most amazing story I've ever heard, the Nepal earthquakes and the kids.
Oh.
There was a kid playing in the road, and that was the last place they saw him. He got buried, and this was the amazing thing. You've always heard about people digging people out and stuff, and they're digging. They're trying to find this kid, and they found a chicken. That's not the amazing thing. The amazing thing is that the monks that are afraid to kill a worm or anything like that were digging in that rubble, possibly killing thousands of future people, because they become people, to try to save this kid. I thought that was the most amazing thing. They put their religious beliefs kind of behind them and said, we want to save this kid. We all know this kid. We know he's right here. We've got to find this kid. I don't know if they ever found him or not, but I thought that was an amazing story that they were doing something they had never done before.
Yeah, I think I heard a little bit of that too, and I don't know if it's tied to the same one, but I know they pulled a 15-year-old out of the rubble of some other building after 5 days, and he's still alive.
They found 2 that day, 5 days, a girl and a boy, and I thought the young man had a New York connection of some kind. I don't know if it was the shirt he was wearing or what, but I don't know. But yeah, they found 2 after 5 days. That was amazing.
Yeah, the first I had seen of that, and I didn't even know it was caused by the quake, but was that avalanche video they had from Everest at that base camp.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, that was pretty creepy.
That was some camera work. Did you see the guys covering? I said, you're going to run to a tent? You got a mountain come on you.
Well, what else
and
you got?
You got nowhere to go.
Yeah.
And they're in the tent, and they're sitting there talking about it. Oh, my God, I've never seen so much snow before. I was like, I'd be freaking out. I don't know what I would say if some avalanches come. I'm in a tent. In a tent.
I mean,
I'm protected.
you might as well. I mean, think about it. What kills you the most is just suffocation.
Yeah.
So if you go in the tent, at least it's a piece of fabric that's going to cover your airways.
Pocket of air.
I mean, who knows? I mean, might help.
Those guys survived. They walked out of it and going, wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, that was an amazing story
kidding.
out there.
So remember, if you're ever going to go in avalanche country, bring a
I
tent.
want nylon, man. I want nylon.
Yeah.
That's why I only go camping in avalanche country, just so no one doesn't get me.
I want to say I'm a little disappointed. I had 17 customers telling me they'll call in tonight.
17?
17.
I think that's 17 that are going to have a tab due come tomorrow morning.
Remember that coffee I made for you?
Yeah, hey,
You
tabs
promised.
due. Yeah.
We'll start charging
Maybe he was
tax.
going to call them.
Well, that's how it goes. A lot of people, and there's a lot of people that just don't like calling in, and I don't know why. Whether it's embarrassment or I'm getting nervous. But we've had a few times where people call in and they hang right up. Like as soon as they realize they're on, like and they panic and just hang up.
So Kevin, did you tell them that you were
there's
going to
one to
call
prove us
them?
wrong.
Oh yeah, there you go.
There's one
They
of them
heard
right
you.
now.
Here we go.
Guilt.
I think we're supposed to test our new call screening method, where
Okay.
they're actually answering it in the booth, making sure it's a prank caller before we answer it, and because we only take
Aren't the
prank
prank
calls.
callers the best ones?
Oh yeah, they're hilarious.
Yeah. What were you saying?
Did you tell them to call, or did you tell them you'd call them?
Oh,
Ooh.
I guess I maybe didn't clarify properly.
I'm not sure either.
All right.
All right, here we go.
Hey caller, you're live on the air. Hello.
Hi, Adrian.
Hello. Who's this?
This is Sandy.
Hello, Sandy.
I have a question for you.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Okay. I'm just curious if you were single.
Well, I'm with someone, but we're not married. But yes, I am with someone.
She's an angel.
Okay. All right. So how are you guys doing tonight?
We're doing good. How about you?
Good. What are you guys talking about tonight?
We were discussing. Are you not watching?
No, I'm not watching.
Oh, well, how did you know to call?
I just thought I knew when your show was out, so I decided to call and say hi.
Well, I'm glad you called, anyways. So we're talking about the Baltimore protests. Protesting in general. We just
Australia.
recently are talking about the earthquake in Nepal.
Uh-huh.
Mr. G's on giving guitar lessons. Do you play guitar?
No, I don't.
No.
Do you want to play guitar?
Well, maybe.
Do you know someone who plays guitar?
I'm sorry, I didn't catch that last part, Sandy. Someone was talking in my ear.
There's a maybe. That was a maybe.
Well, I
Got a
might
maybe.
learn how to play guitar. I'm not quite sure yet.
Sure.
Well, we got a man here who's happy to teach.
That's right.
Okay.
So,
Great.
well, I'm glad you watch. If you like the show, please subscribe to our YouTube page.
Okay, I'll do that.
Yeah, we're trying to get our viewership up.
Okay.
All right. Well, thank you for calling.
Thanks
You're
for
welcome.
calling.
Bye.
Bye.
So I personally invite 17 of my customers to call in tonight. And they call because of the good-looking guy over here. Hey, you single?
So that was one of them.
No, I don't know. I don't know Sandy.
Oh.
No, she's just calling because you know
Yeah.
they got. You always got to have the hottie on the show.
Yeah.
You feel the bill. So.
Got mojo.
Yeah, yeah. So subscribers. So how do you do that? I'm new to this
Okay, so
technology thing.
you would go on YouTube, and I guess people who are watching right now would know anyways. But you go on YouTube, type in FBTV Stream. That's our channel, and you subscribe that way. Or you can go onto our website, which is fbtv11.org, and then I think that will also have a link to the YouTube site, which also has a play now option. Like if you know our show is going to be live, then that's how you would go about it. And we're trying to get our subscriber count up. Well, the more we get, the closer we get to have our own designated YouTube web page. So rather than having like the URL number or whatever it is, like just the series of random gibberish digits at the end, it would actually have an FETV, like YouTube/FETV11. So it's a lot easier to hand out the info.
Do you know how many subscribers we have right now?
I know roughly. Yeah, and I'm a little bit embarrassed to hand that number out.
Under 1,000.
There's always
Oh, yeah.
room for
Okay,
more.
so that's our goal. We need to have over 1,000
Yeah.
by next week, right?
Right
So,
on.
Yeah, so
subscribers.
everyone out there, create a
Everybody.
bunch of fake YouTube accounts and hit subscribe on us. if
So be it.
if every one of our subscribers did that 100 times, we'd have our 1,000.
Yeah, we would.
Well, let's get started.
For 1 week.
Yeah, I did not agree to that. The booth is telling me if we hit 1,000 subscribers, I'll wear a Speedo. Well, actually, no, I'll do that. I'll just wear my regular clothes over it, but I'll be wearing the Speedo underneath.
Well,
Thank you. Thank you, really. Thank you.
I think
that
that
could
we
be on
should,
my off
when we hit 1,000, we'll get
It will
Big
be
Mike
my
back.
off week.
We'll get the big sexy wearing the Speedo. We'll bring him out from back there, bring him back over here and let him parade around in the Speedo.
Yeah, that sounds
When we
good.
get to 1,000,
We'll get to
balloons
1,000.
drop.
Right on.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Everybody?
Yeah,
All right.
Yeah,
have
Mike.
them come out of a cake or something.
Yeah.
I like the cake idea.
Yeah.
I do like that cake idea. We're getting guff from him back there.
Yeah,
I
sorry.
bet we
Yeah, every
are.
once in a while we get that deer in the headlights look. Yeah. Trying to carry on the conversation. Eventually, our plan is to have a GoPro camera in the booths to show people at home exactly what's going on behind the scenes. Show them what's
that'd
all
be cool.
going on.
Yeah.
So that way Mike can still help participate. And so rather than doing the earpiece thing, he can just talk directly.
Oh,
which
that's a
would be-
great idea.
Yeah, that'd be neat.
We can have someone run out a relay back and forth and tell us
Ooh,
what's
yeah.
happening.
Or we could
Sketch
do
it
Morse
out.
code with flashlights and just
Oh,
signal
that's
back
good.
and forth.
Yeah. Maybe.
I got an Indian background, so I probably could pick up on the smoke signal thing. Before we started this technology with the what do they call them, smartphones, the ones that make you feel stupid.
Oh, yeah.
I was up to letter B,
Let
and
him-
all I needed was to finish the alphabet and get someone on the other side of the mountain to respond, and then I would smoke signal. Who needs a phone? Really? Seriously.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Truly
Wow.
outdated.
Bobby, you
technology.
do that with me, right?
Right. You know
Smoke
I
signal.
would. You know I would.
Yeah.
You need help.
Yeah. Neato.
I'll do the hyphens.
He's got propane.
I'd be doing my thing. It's like, oh, I gotta buy a vowel.
Hyphen. Hyphen. Right on. We could do it.
Nice.
dude.
We could do that.
We could.
Yeah.
We could.
Well,
Tag
if you-
team.
yeah.
Tag team.
And you'd
smoke
feel a
signaling.
lot less stupid than you would with a smartphone.
Not really.
No.
No, no. I'll still feel stupid, but we'll have fun, man. It'd be fun.
We're gonna do your walkie-talkies. What'd you say?
It's really natural.
Was that a B?
Telescope.
Yeah, I can't stand the. Granted, everyone has them. I'm probably alienating a lot of people right now, but I can't stand the whole smartphone genre. You see people walking around on the sidewalk just looking down,
I'm
not
kidding.
watching where they're going.
Oh, good God.
I got a
It-
Captain Kirk special. This was
Oh.
the future when I was a kid.
Yeah.
Couldn't wait.
Yeah,
I'm hanging on
thank you.
to it. I'm living in the future.
You know, and
In
and
the
I want to say
past.
now, if you look at what happens to a human body, such as mine, what happens when you neglect it? When you just feed it what it wants all the time and don't exercise it? It just turns to mush. Now what do you think is happening to your brain? People don't remember phone numbers anymore.
No,
Think
I
about
don't.
that. Yeah. What's your dad's phone number? Oh, I don't know. It's in my phone. Like, how do you get to this? And people don't know how to read maps. Oh, no, I'll just use the phone,
I'm with you.
They're relying on it for everything. And it's like, so what happens when you don't exercise your body? That's right here. So what do you think's happening up here? It's turning this nation, just this world into, a bunch
whole
of
world.
idiots.
Jelly.
Everybody.
Yeah,
Jelly
it's
world.
really,
Jelly brains.
it's disgusting.
And if you don't believe it, you walk. So you go downtown. Let's say we start on Main Street, and you walk up to Mill Plain.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone you go by, about 3/4 of them are doing this.
Yeah.
Don't even see it. Kind of glance up to make sure they don't run into something.
Yeah.
But everybody's on their phone.
They'll walk right across the street, not even know that they're on the street.
No,
man.
yeah.
They don't even look up to see if somebody's going to hit them.
No,
Yeah.
they'll
That's
be
crazy.
they'll be 6 blocks down, going, "Oh, how'd I get here?"
Yeah.
Because they've been on doing this the whole time. I see it all the time.
And it's really sad too, because you think you have this whole world out there. I don't know what our degree of vision is, probably somewhere around the 150 or something when you account for peripheral. And you got all that vision out there of the whole wide world you can look at, and you're looking at it through this little rectangle. That's it.
There it is.
It's just, Jesus.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Look up.
Yeah.
There's a video online, and it is amazing. If you guys haven't seen it, when you go home or to our viewers, go dial it up. It's just called Look Up on YouTube and watch it. It is exactly what we're talking about. What do you miss by looking down? You miss your future, buddy. You miss that beautiful man or woman you've been looking for your whole life because you just passed them because you're looking
The
down.
woman of your dreams just passed you.
We should
Sorry,
start a
I'm
movement.
busy.
From now on, we all agree that when we're driving around town, if we see someone walking down the sidewalk looking at their phone, let's all just agree to honk and just give them a good scare. Just
There
watch
it
them think
is.
they're going to get run over.
What about since I live downtown, work downtown, I walk? What would I do? I can't honk.
Just honk.
Yeah,
Honk.
No, yeah, no, you get one of those air horns.
Don't you have a
Just get an
horn
air
app on your smartphone?
The what? Oh! Is that next to my flashlight?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, and you think about it, this is another thing that annoys me too, is when people use it when they're driving or even just parked. Okay, yeah, you're at a stoplight or whatever, you're not moving, so I guess you're not in any direct danger. But think about the inconvenience you're putting on everyone else. How many people are having to miss that red light because you waited for 5 seconds when it turned green?
You nailed it, buddy.
The 3 cars behind you.
Yeah.
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 Just all that. And now they're honestly talking about putting a little beep signal when a light turns green so people will look up. Certain municipalities are looking into that. Just for to account for all the people. And you figure more and more people moving to this area, so you got more traffic on the road and more people not paying attention to the lights. How many lights do you notice just in Vancouver where it takes you a couple cycles just to get through the intersection?
Yeah.
How about this? We got the 4-way stop right outside here, right? 4-way blinking red. People pull up, get on the phone, look up. Every time they look up, it's red. They look back down, look up, it's red. Look back down. I'm looking, I'm going, it ain't going to turn green. And then finally they go, oh, and they take off.
Yeah.
Wow.
Every time they look up, it's red because it's blinking, and they're like, do this.
Yeah, and just standing out here, I hear a lot of honks. I guess that's probably it.
That's one of the,
Yeah, and I have to admit, here's how much of a jerk I am. When I pull up to a stoplight and there's someone sitting at the light, and if I see them, you can tell just by looking in the mirror. You see them looking in their lap an awful lot. If I see them doing that, my hand is on the horn, and as soon as it turns green, I honk because they're not looking. They don't know how. For all they know, it could have been green 5 seconds.
Yeah.
No kid. That's good.
And then when they get the ones that get me are the ones that have the nerve, to give you the stink eye, like, how dare you honk at me? It's like, no. You're causing all of us to back up, get moving. You don't have the right to get mad at us for saying something about it. All right, we're going to a call. Caller, you're live on the air.
I got a question to stump the government.
Well, that's the bartending show.
When is that?
That's on every other Saturday night.
So is this Funk Shop TV?
No, this is the Underground.
What time is Funk Shop TV on?
That's Tuesdays at 9 o'clock.
Alright.
You seem to know a lot about our programming for not knowing what times they're on.
I was gonna ask you the question anyway, and then to see if you can get it. I want to stump you since I can never stump you on the show.
All right, go ahead.
What was the first bird that was domesticated?
The first bird that was domesticated?
Yeah, domesticated by man.
I'm gonna go with goddamn chicken.
No, it's the goose.
Okay, well I'm glad
Yeah, take your shot. Oh, wait.
yeah, I'm glad I don't have to take the shot.
What do you mean domesticated? There ain't no domesticated.
Chickens?
Well, chickens, yeah, but
It said the first bird that was domesticated by man.
Wait, did you look that up, or did you know?
No, I mean, I came up with I gotta go.
I came up with it by one.
oh, that shit. Come on now.
Now that was a crank call.
Yeah.
I love
What is it?
that.
Does it patrol the yard? Does it go out and get the mail?
Yeah, so that guy was confused on the bartending show. I co-host that, and we have a segment called Stump the Gomez. And if people call in and ask me a trivia question that they know, and if I don't get it right, then I have to take a shot on the air.
I didn't know that.
But
Wow.
if I get it right, then they're supposed to take one.
What if the question was wrong like that?
Well,
They hang up real
now
quick.
see,
Questionable. We don't
yeah,
know.
the rule for that is it's supposed to be something that they actually know, not something they just looked up on their smartphone, for instance. You know, I mean, something you actually know, because you could get so archaic. I mean, you could just look up, you know, my example is who was Thomas Jefferson's third grandson? It's like no one's going to know that, but you could look it up. You know, it has to be something that you personally know.
I think it was Peter Jefferson.
Yeah. Let's do the beep thing.
The beep thing.
Okay, yeah, whatever that means.
The beep thing.
Okay. The beep thing. What's that, Kevin?
I'm not sure.
Have you
Okay.
guys eaten any? Oh, that's all.
Yeah, next request, please.
Beep. That must be a musical request.
Beep?
A beep.
We're beeping?
I love how impromptu he is.
Not sure what we're doing.
That.
No, it's just
The dude on the... Again, no, perhaps someone should come out here and put in all these requests, because we have no frame of reference for what we're talking about. We keep getting all these weird requests.
Well, I
Talk
do want
about...
to say congratulations to Portland Trailblazers for a good year. A lot of injuries. No, it was a rough ending.
good one, Kevin.
It was a rough ending.
Funny man.
Well, the thing is, we might.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
All right. Andrew Hathaway, please call in. The phone number is 360-693-7544. Okay, so anyways, finish your joke about the Blazers and the good year thing.
It was a good year. They won 51 games. They had a good season. A lot of injuries. Made it to the playoffs, and they might lose LaMarcus Aldridge, would be a big shame. I just want to say I enjoyed watching them this year. A lot of good young talent, and well, I like the Blazers. So you didn't think they had a good season?
he doesn't follow.
I don't watch the Blazers anymore. I used to when I was younger. And I actually saw the year that I think it was Bill Walsh.
Bill Walton.
Go on.
Walton.
77.
Yeah. That was about
When he won the championship with Portland.
Yeah, it was about the last time I watched him.
Then 78 he got hurt. 79 he ended up leaving to Boston. Yeah, he's a great player.
He had a stuttering problem. I don't know if anybody knew that. Couldn't talk a lick, and now he's one of the most known announcers that knows all the big words and.
Oh,
he's a
okay.
great speaker.
The
Big
one who
Bill
does
Walton.
all the commercials.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. Couldn't talk a lick when he played for Portland.
Wow.
Huh.
That's awesome. He sure was a great ball player.
All right. Yeah, I especially like that part in the game where they took the ball to the other end and back again. You know, like 88 times. That was really good, man. Had me hooked. Kind of like watching NASCAR, man, when those cars go in that circle and then they do it again. It's like,
that's
God,
not like NASCAR.
nothing get
NASCAR
better
is
than this.
cooler.
Like, I can see why this is so
That's
popular.
a squirrel cage.
Why couldn't he go to soccer? He had to go and pick on NASCAR. They turn left.
What do you mean?
On NASCAR, they turn left.
Oh,
It's tough to
always
do it.
left.
I mean, a lot of people have their right-hand blinkers on and they're turning right, but they just turn left.
so do the ones in England go in right-hand circles?
I don't know. I've never been to England.
I think the steering wheel is on the wrong
Have
side,
NASCAR in England?
not the opposite side, but the wrong side. Yeah.
So I kind of wanted to break up this jovial segment and bring Chris out if he's willing. Chris is one of our, intern / reporters. And anyways, I guess he was down filming some footage from the protest in Portland.
Oh, excellent, excellent.
Right on.
Yeah. And so we want to welcome Chris Whitmer.
Hey, Chris.
Show off that press badge. You've earned it today.
Yeah, I did. I better have.
Okay,
Did you get
so-
pepper sprayed?
Missed me by that much.
Oh. Well, hey, thanks for coming on, Chris.
Yeah, no kidding.
So, was it pretty exciting down there?
It was very exciting. There were 2 marches, and then a yearly march, and then a May Day march, and then a Freddie Gay protest, and then they marched together. There was close to 2,000 people. There was a ton of people out there. It was very peaceful. The cops stayed very far away. Even when the protesters diverged from the planned route, so they could go to the Justice Center and the courthouse and the police station and talk. And I do have to commend the people who were protesting there. They were just giving all their hearts out, just screaming through this megaphone all their feelings. But they wouldn't. They at the end of the day, nothing got damaged. No, the only people that did any pushing or attacking were the police. Not a single protester did anything wrong, at least from what I saw through my lens. So it was nice. And then eventually they tried to go onto a bridge. They could go across the river, but the police wouldn't let that happen. And every time that happened, the police would, instead of just letting them cross the bridge, they would form a line, and then they would have the stormtroopers come out, the SWAT people come out, and then the cops would start pushing the crowd back a little bit. And then eventually what would happen is the protesters would just leave. And they go somewhere else. And then eventually got down to Pioneer Square, and that's when it got interesting. So there were still about 1,500, 2,000 people, and the square couldn't hold all these people. There was just not enough room in the square to hold that many people. And there was a group of them that they were just in the intersection. There was nowhere else for them to go. And then this lone SUV, completely unmarked, by the way, with nothing on it but a little microwave transmitter, which was terrifying, started saying that, you need to, like the Southwest 6th Avenue is open to traffic. And that's when the cops started flying in with their little bicycles. And that's when, now, they could have just not said anything and let those people be there, and nothing would have happened. But they didn't. The police came in and tried to clear that intersection when there was nowhere for the people to go. I've seen the Portland police do this before. And so then the 1,500 people who were just talking, trying to calm down, trying to disperse, went to go protect the people in the intersection. Now, this group of protesters were families, kids, babies. They were grandmas protesting. And, they were mainly going to protect them. And that's when things got a little bit hairy. The bike cops came in. The SUV couldn't move.
Sounds like we have a caller. Do you mind if we go to it
Oh,
real quick?
please do.
Hey, caller, you're live on the air.
Hey, it's me again. I just wanted to say I saw that Christmas thing. The people were really peaceful to the cops and everything, but the cops were doing that. I was watching live right when I got home from work until I took off to go down to the studio. The cops got hit in the face. Like, they were throwing water bottles and pop cans. I saw the one cop get hit twice in the face with 2 different objects. And then as they backed off, a metal chair, like, they grabbed from one of the people that, like, one of the diners that has the chairs and stood it, like, outside or whatever. A chair flew up and hit an officer, and that's when the first, like, bomb thing went off, the flash grenade. And then that same chair, like, somebody picked it back up, and then threw it again and hit an officer in the leg, so...
I don't know where that happened because I did not see that.
That was when they were moving from 6th to 5th?
I'm not sure when it happened, but yeah, the officers were getting stuff tossed at them the whole time, and...
Yeah, there were 2 groups of protesters, too. They got together, and then they split again. I was with the smaller group. I was not with the larger group for most of the time. Nobody knew where they had gone. Not even the other reporters, not even the other news people knew where this other group was, and then they met back up at Pioneer Square. So from what I saw, I did not see any of that happening. There were 2 groups of protesters, though. One was much larger than the other.
A couple times I saw some dude, like, in the cross stage, like, the riot police spots with the bicycle police, and I mean, these people were screaming in their face. You can see the middle finger, like you could tell cussing and screaming like face to face in the office, and they just kind of smiled, just okay. But these people were like screaming, just rage, and it was a different view, I guess, in the front line compared to like a little bit back further, because it looked bad. But I mean, I wouldn't be able to put up with that. I'd be like, but
Yeah.
I'm gonna go.
All right.
yeah.
Have a good night.
Yeah. No. All the protesters were angry. They were all screaming. That's typical at a protest.
Yeah, they actually showed that on, I don't know if I was on channel 8 or 6, but they showed the chair flying from the protesters and hit the cop, and they just kept backing up. The police were moving from 6th to 5th, and I can't remember what street it was.
All right, yeah.
And they threw the chair again at him, and the police officer bent over, picked it up, and moved it back. So
Yeah. That all happened after they started pushing people around when they were stuck on the light rail tracks right there, and they kept backing up. And there were just too many people. And if the police hadn't come in and tried to clear that intersection that they couldn't have cleared, and even if they tried, none of that would have happened.
Do you care if we go to another caller?
Go ahead.
Hey, caller, you're live on the air.
Hi, this is Olivia.
Hello, Olivia. How you doing tonight?
Doing great. I have a trivia question for you and Kevin.
Okay.
Okay. All right. What was the first name of Rocky's wife in the movie Rocky?
Wait, what?
What was the first name of Rocky's wife in the movie Rocky?
Adrian.
Yeah, you got it
Oh,
right.
the first name. I thought she said the first thing. I was like, yeah, okay.
Yo.
All right. I'll take my shot
Yeah.
tomorrow.
Take your shot, even though it's not that show.
All right,
Good
do you
question.
have any other questions for any of the crew or about our topics tonight, Olivia? Hello? Oh.
Oh, we
Sounds like
lost
she-
her.
All right. Well, thank you for calling anyways. Okay.
Keep on calling, guys. Let's do this.
Liar.
Oh,
Now we have another call. Should I just go to it?
Who knows?
Caller, you're live on the air. Hello? Okay, well,
oh,
whatever.
we lost.
You know, Adrian, if you had a smartphone, you could just use the screen. It would tell you.
Caller, you're live on the air.
Hi, this is Lucy. I'm looking for Dr. Love.
Yeah, he's here.
You know, I love him so long time.
Yeah, that's what we hear.
Oh my God, he good lover.
Yeah. And apparently he feels the same. He's turning red.
Dr. Love, what next show?
Never. It's canceled.
Oh my God.
No more love?
You
No
make
more love.
love so good on. Well, we have sushi.
That's great. I love sushi, actually. I'll come by later and have some.
Okay, I love you.
I love you, too.
Okay, so for those who don't know, Chris has co-hosted from time to time a show called Love Connections. Really funny, pretty good. Gets a lot of weird calls like that, with but really good, solid, completely impractical relationship advice.
Right.
Yeah.
Don't ever use that advice, please.
No, but it is really funny. I hope you bring it back personally.
Maybe.
I like the hug it out.
Well,
That works.
you see, if the cops would have just hugged the protesters, then they wouldn't have, tried running them over with their bikes, and they wouldn't have got a chair thrown at them. Yeah, that would have solved it.
Yeah,
Just
so
hug.
they had it coming.
Yeah, that's,
Yeah. If you don't hug, you deserve a chair.
That's right. If you don't hug me, I'm gonna throw a chair at you.
There it is.
It's hard to hug with the shield and the headgear.
Yeah.
It's like I don't feel the love with the plastic between us.
Yeah.
I want to ask a serious question now,
Please
though. For the protesters, do you think a lot of them know what they're really there for? Or do you think they're just kind of hopping on the bandwagon?
95% of them have very deep reasons why they're there.
Okay.
5% of them are just fucking around.
Because see, I would really like to do a man on the street thing and go up and ask them, why are you here? Oh, I'm protesting, for blah blah blah, Baltimore or whatever. Like, okay, what was the last name of the man who was killed by the police? And see how many of them even know it.
Yeah, I think
Because it seems like there's a lot of people out there that just enjoy being outraged at the system and just find an excuse to go out and.
I mean, there used to be during Occupy, there was a little bit of that,
Mhm.
maybe 20% of the crowd. Then there was like the group of morons who were trying to protesting. That was stupid. I remember that they were on every news channel. There's just 4 of them like, you should stop protesting, but we're protesting that you're protesting, so please stop protesting. I was like, what?
Yeah.
But no, this was, every year it's a May Day protest for labor rights and union groups anyway. And then they're all together on this whole Freddie Gray thing and police brutality. So this crowd they all had a lot of emotion they were trying to expel out.
Yeah.
You know, trying to get out there and let their free speech be heard. And I do have to say, I'm very happy with what happened in Portland. Eventually, after all that happened, the police, just got the hell out of there. They just left. And then after that, everyone just calmed down, the crowd dissipated, and that was it. And at the end of the night, there was Channel 2 and Channel 6, they were just having conversations with some protesters, and other people were just talking, and everyone was just talking about politics and how to change things. It was very peaceful. After the police left, it all just calmed down. So, and nothing, other than that one chair. And I'm sure it was a very expensive chair, but other than that one chair, nothing that I saw got damaged. And I think that's a testament to the people of Portland. It really is.
I think it was a Costco stacking chair, about 1995. I don't think it was.
Oh my God! That's a lot of money,
You
man.
can't buy publicity like that. I'm sure there's going to be sale on those at Costco tomorrow. I'm going to have to go pick up a couple myself.
Yeah.
For all your riots.
You're out of blue?
Yeah, it was funny actually. This one, they fired the flashbang, and this one photojournalist. He ended up catching the top of it on accident, and some other guy was like, "I had that first." And it's like, here. And it burned his hand. So yeah, that's the other thing that bothered me. The police really didn't bother too many protesters, but what they did do is there was a group of independent media people, and I think they were with Portland Cop Watch, but there was a lot of camera people that got shoved and pushed around and knocked over by the cops. I think there was a Channel 2 guy. This cop just came up and just ripped him off the sidewalk, and he's like a $40,000 camera. So,
There was actually a lot of protesters that were hitting the camera. Don't film us, bam. And the guy's going, you could hear he wasn't on that camera, but you could hear him saying, "Hey, we didn't say that. We're not here for that." And trying to, hey, we're just filming.
Yeah, I
But
got a little bit of that
pressure.
too. I got a little bit of that too. Some people do not want to be filmed just for their own personal safety.
How many people
Public
were wearing
protest in a
masks?
public area.
I would probably say 20% of them.
And why do you think that they're wearing those?
Well, 10% of them are with a group called Anonymous, and they wear a Guy Fawkes mask every time they protest. They don't really care too much about being filmed. There were 5% of them were medics, and they don't want to be known because if the police find out who the medics are, they'll find them, they'll arrest them for taking care of people who've been maced. Because it's not technically legal for them to do that. And then the other ones are just really, really hardcore anarchists, and they've,
It just
broke the
reminded me of
law.
ISIS. I mean, when
Yeah,
you see
yeah.
the I'm hiding myself because I'm doing something wrong.
Yeah.
There's
There's about 5% of them, but all those people didn't they weren't there to cause trouble. They just didn't want their faces to be shown because the cops would single them out and arrest them immediately.
I really enjoy the irony of I'm participating in a public protest in
But
a
I don't wanna
public
be
street, but don't invade my privacy.
Yeah, yeah.
It's a little bit ironic.
Yeah, some of them have their reasons, and I'm not one to judge them. So they can do what they want. They can protest how they want.
It's
to.
certainly their right.
They can do whatever they want.
To me, I don't even like how they have to have a pre-planned route. Now, granted, I don't usually like the protesters, but freedom of speech and right to assemble doesn't dictate on these streets at this time of day. It's like, hey, there is no limit to it.
Yeah, and they definitely exercise that today. The police let them march the way they wanted to march.
Is that something where you file you file ahead of time to try to get a permission or say I'm going to be here for this time? You don't just show up and do it, right? I mean,
you can. There's no reason why you can't. The one protest was like that; they just showed up and did it. Now the yearly May Day protest that is always permitted, and they have a permitted march. And there are whole families at that event. But today they wanted to support the Freddie Gray protesters. They wanted to support those people who are angry about police brutality, and all the union members and all the families and everyone went with that group and went to the Justice Center and the courthouse and the police station and expressed their frustrations. It was a beautiful display of free speech, and even though some stuff did happen, at the end of the day, no one died. Nobody really got too badly injured. If they did get injured, it was because there was a crowd of 1,500 people that was just too big for the size. I mean, Portland's not a large city. I mean, trying to fit 1,500 people in the Moda Center alone is very difficult. So I think it was just because there were too many people in one place at one time. I think that's why that happened. And but I'm still very proud of what happened, and I'm very proud of the footage. And I can't wait to empty this drive and edit up the footage. It's a shame I couldn't do it now, but I have some amazing footage here. So very excited to get that out there.
Can I get a repeat on that? Did you say
1 minute.
Okay, so
We're at the end of our show for tonight.
yeah, that went pretty quick and painless, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty smooth.
Thank you very much
Yeah.
for.
Yeah, good first show, I say.
You betcha.
Chris, thanks for coming on.
Thank you. Take it easy. My arm's gonna fall off.
Mr. G and Bobby, thanks for coming on tonight. You want to take us out with a song? Any last words from you guys?
No, I'm glad that it went peacefully.
Hey,
Yeah.
we got to get this some subscriptions because I want to
Oh,
see. I really
yeah.
bring
Oh,
Mike
yeah.
out here to a Speedo.
Oh yeah.
All the girls, I
Speedo,
swear to God, you'll love it. We got to get
Speedo
some
Fisher.
subscribers. Yeah.
So yeah, please subscribe on your YouTube channels at home. It'll really help us out, and we'll all bring out Speedo Fisher out here.
I'm gonna get 17 of them to sign up. 17 for next week. I'll get those signatures.
Right on. Will that be the same callers that called in tonight?
Yes.
Right on. Right on.
Play us out.
Here comes love again, like it did the first time. It's a love that never ends. I've looked all my days for love to find me, for a love to keep me warm. Always on my mind, always loves me right. Love's been on my mind, a better loving I'll never find. Love's been on my mind, a better loving I'll never find. This time love will last. In the stars it's written, it's a love that shares no past. Your heart next to mine gives love true meaning. It'll stand the test of time. Oh,